Yeah. What's going on to my sports junkies, my four lifers, the diehards, and the sad little people whose team ain't never won a damn thing? Welcome, welcome. This is another episode of Break The Huddle podcast featuring Johnny Flash. I got my brother on the line. I am your humble host, Don Deuce. And we're going to get into the NFL picks today. We're going to talk a little NBA. But first, grab your jersey, settle in, and let's break the fucking huddle.
Who got my back? Who got my back? I got your back. Who got my back? I got your back. Who got that swerve? I got that swerve.
Okay. Hey, man, I hope everybody's doing wonderful. Happy holidays. Christmas is around the corner. I'm so lit. Man, I'm so excited for Christmas. What are we getting into today? Look, we are fresh off the NBA Emirates Cup, man. And then we're going to talk a little bit about these NFL picks, man. This week 16. Who is getting down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. But first, I got to introduce my brother, Johnny Flash. Johnny Flash, you on the line with us?
Yo. What's going on, my guy?
What's going on, brother? Look, tell me how you feeling. Tell me how you doing, bro. What's going on with you?
I mean, it's a nice Thursday evening. Feeling good, feeling great. Ready to head into the weekend, man. Locked into some sports. I'm not in the playoffs anymore, man, for fantasy football, but, you know, another year, another dollar.
I mean, I feel like you should tell the people how bad you are at fantasy sports.
I don't think the public needs to know how good I am.
Nah. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I mean, I'm into the playoffs, so I can't. You can't say I'm bad.
Every time you say it's your year, it's not your year.
Hey, man, if you say it enough, man, it'll be the truth.
What is this for me? I'm in the semis, right?
Yeah.
Because after this is the chip. Yeah, man. You see me. I'm out here doing damage. I've been doing damage all season. Look, I got Lamar Jackson and I got Saquon Barkley holding me up. I mean, he showed up for me like sometimes, but it just wasn't consistent enough. Especially like when like the Jets went on a bad stretch and they just couldn't get on the ball. I mean, he just had a press conference and they asked him about like what his future was like, and like he basically kept that shit in the air. Nigga, I'm not signing no extension, not with these motherfuckers. I know he's out of there. What do you think? You think he's out of there?
I want to say yes, just because A-Rod is on his way out, so there's no reason for Garrett to be there. But he just got there. Garrett just got there.
No, I mean, man,
he just got there.
Look, niggas is not trying to be sitting around being a loser all day. That shit is not fun for real ballers, dudes that wanna like reach Hall of Fame potential, that want to reach certain accolades. If y'all not doing it for me, I don't got no fucking loyalty. If y'all can't get me the ball, y'all can't do certain things, bro. I can't do this. And like I said, man, and with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams heating up, shit looking like Green Bay days, my son an afterthought for fake. He getting some touches, but he's fake an afterthought right now. But he doing this thing because as long as he could still score some touchdowns, he good in my book. If he can still score touchdowns, he valid with me.
They're just a QB away. They're not that far off.
I mean, you don't think Aaron Rodgers is gonna do another year?
He might, but he's not gonna start. I'll tell you that.
What?
On the Jets? No.
On the Jets?
Maybe somewhere else. Yeah.
You don't think he's gonna do another year in New York?
He might. But if he does, he's not gonna start.
No, I don't believe that.
They already said that.
No, who said that? No, I don't believe that at all.
Don.
No,
come on, Don. You're supposed to be the guy.
Nah, bro. There's no fucking way. I don't even believe. Don't come on my show spewing lies.
I was
How about that?
It's me.
Don't come on my show spewing lies. But
I got you.
listen, man, we're gonna get into this. We gotta get into this NBA Cup business. It's still fresh in our minds. I want to say that I enjoy the NBA Cup. Now, did I enjoy the NBA Cup championship? Not so much, but I enjoy the NBA Cup. I enjoy everything they do around the NBA Cup because there's kids watching the NBA and they're gonna grow up. And I think with the Lakers winning last year and LeBron winning NBA Cup MVP and then Giannis winning NBA Cup MVP, I think that sets a nice little precedent. You know what I'm saying? I think that sets a nice little precedent where, like, man, nigga, if you one of them, you got to go get you one of these. And it says a lot because not only you got to get you one of these, you got to go get you that $500K for your homies. That $500K is a nice, sweet deal. I'm telling you.
No, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Do you think the NBA Cup has created something nice? Like, do you think it's created like longevity going forward? And what would you say the impact it has on the NBA, like going forward for years to come?
I would say that for the past 2 years that they've had it so far, it seems that it's garnering interest amongst the NBA players, rather than the fans. I feel like the players are definitely they're more locked in. Like, you hear them talking about the reward, like, oh, $500K, I can do this, I can do that with the money. But the fans, I don't know if the fans, like, the first year it was cool. The fans was locked in for whatever reason. But I could also say that maybe the fans are not locked in because of the teams that made the finals. Like, if it was a different team, Knicks or somebody, or like you said, LA, or just a different team, maybe more people would have been locked in. Like, the game yesterday was, I would say it started off good, but at a certain point, like, the game got away from OKC, and that doesn't take nothing away from OKC. They're still a great team. But I feel like I think the Bucks wanted it more, in my opinion. Giannis played harder, Dame played harder, and they played like they just could use the win. Not to say that OKC couldn't, but the Bucks just played like they wanted it more.
Look, everybody plays physical until Giannis come to town.
Oh Lord,
that's the go insane right now, bro.
Nah, they've been good. They've been on a good little streak, the Bucks. But the thing that people have to watch out for them is that Dame and Giannis are 9 times out of 10 always going to come to play. It's the supporting cast who you have to really worry about. If they come to play,
sure,
the Bucks are going to be a team that you have to reckon with. But if not, you don't got to worry about the Bucks,
bro. I mean, look, here's my thing. I think and this game is indicative of the current state of the NBA, and I'm a little tired because the 3-point shot. Now, the 3-point shot is just an interesting conundrum for the NBA right now because I'm not going to talk too much about the ratings being down, but I really do think that they need to do something about this 3-point shot. And I don't know, Adam Silver needs to come up with something to maybe incentivize the 3-point shot a little bit because we gotta cap these fucking threes. It's not. Yes, bro. We have to. No, man. We got to do something because it's the style of play. Like, let me tell you, you guys realize that you're not making threes. It is not your night. They shot 5 for 32. It's not your night. That doesn't mean that you can't win the game. I don't care what nobody said because at the end of the day, the Bucks shot 42% from the field. Overall, they shot 42% from the field. They shot 66 from the line. You can't tell me that you guys couldn't make up ground. But when you keep settling and you don't try to initiate more offense, you don't try to really move the basketball a little bit more, get to those spots. And if you just keep hitting those mid ranges, you just keep working that, you never know. You could end up down 10 in the fourth quarter. But when you settle and you just have it made up in your mind, look, we got to keep shooting threes to get back in the game. And that's not true. That is not true. Because you want to know why I know that's not true? Because there's nights where Boston is chucking up all these threes. You see it you really see it in some of the Boston games, and like most of the games that they lose, they don't. It's not just teams maybe out shooting them that night from the three. It's just teams getting to the basket, they're getting to their spots, and they're just walking them. They're slowly walking them down, while they keep chucking up threes. They're slowly walking them down, and they can't buy a three. And then what happens? The other team, maybe they get hot, maybe they hit a couple more threes. That's not the blueprint for the night. They don't outshoot them from the perimeter. They just keep getting to their spot and they keep attacking the basket. And I just wonder, like, why didn't OKC do that a little bit more for a guy that shoots a high clip in the mid-range like Shea does? He didn't do it. Shea took over 10 threes. He took over 10 3-point attempts. That don't even sound like him. Come on, bro. That don't even sound like. That's why I was like, I was perplexed watching that game, bro. The NBA, I'm telling you, Adam Silver needs to do something about this like epidemic.
I'm gonna give you a little secret, right? It's hard to do because it's hard to have like that consistent trend, but like the trajectory of how the game is supposed to be played is determined by who wins the chip, right? So when the Warriors win, everybody's gonna praise the 3-point shot and how they changed the game, right? When they won the chip in 2022, when the Nuggets won, you didn't really hear all that 3-point shot. You heard about how Jokic just stayed with his team and he played the right way, right? He played basketball the right way and how they just play good basketball around him. You didn't really hear about 3-point shots. Then what happens the next year? The Celtics win, and the Celtics are similar to the Warriors where they're a high 3-point shooting team. So you're gonna hear about
No, they are not similar to Warriors. And do not run this narrative. They are not similar to the Golden State Warriors. In early age, they are not similar. Maybe a little bit now because they actually had to adjust to the current state of the NBA. But if you're modeling your game after the early Warriors, you are not like them, because I have taken a look at that. And Steph Curry and Klay Thompson were the only ones on that roster averaging double digit 3-point attempts. Other guys were averaging like 3-point attempts, 1 3-point. You got guys coming off the bench chucking up 6 threes, going 1 for 6. You got like, what are we watching? Everybody's not Steph.
They're not, but the game has forced people to shoot threes more than they want to. Honestly, I don't even feel like they want to be shooting that many threes.
I don't think anybody wants to shoot that many threes. I mean, I don't know. Your coach is telling you chuck them up, get them up, but it's a nasty game to watch. I'm telling you, because if you're gonna sit here and tell me, right? If you're gonna sit here and tell me that threes are worth more than twos, there's no reason that an NBA Cup championship should end 97-81 with a total of 72 3-point attempts. A game ended 97-81 with both teams taking a total of 72 3-point. You can't fucking shoot. You can't shoot. Really nasty to see, man. To start something like this and then have LeBron James win the first one, and then to have Giannis win the second one, and then even with Darvin Ham being the 2-time Emirates NBA Cup winner, that's nice. You know what I'm saying? That's really nice. I don't know. I think that's good for the NBA, because there's gonna be kids. There's gonna be kids that grow up and they're gonna be like, yeah, nigga, but how many NBA Cups does Ja have? You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be part of an argument, like a little bit later, bro. I love to see the role players. Everybody is fighting, even though OKC got not blown out, but everybody was giving effort, man. Niggas want that 500.
They do.
Everybody want that 500. Like they asked Gerald Smith what he would have done. What he would have done with that. He's like, I would have blew that shit. I ain't account that's unplanned. But overall, man, I love the NBA Cup. I'm not gonna lie. Look, we gotta get into this NFL picks, man. These are super interesting. We're gonna run through it, man. This is not going to be a long episode, ladies and gentlemen. We just, we had to sneak in some of that NBA Cup business before we get into this, but we got to start off with some of these 1:00 games. You're kind of You're kind of a Patty hater.
Me?
Yeah. I know you're kind. I know you're
you
kind.
You could say that, or you could say I'm not a Patty believer. How about that?
I know you're kind, bro. Yeah. So we're gonna run through this on ESPN, y'all. The 1:00 game is Texans versus Chiefs. I think this is a huge game. Mainly because I don't think anybody in the AFC wants to catch a loss, just because. I mean, you got the Bengals. You got teams chasing. For Kansas City, it means a lot more because you don't want to start catching L's, and you don't want the Bills to catch up. The Bills are sitting at 11.
The Bengals.
No, the Bills. Because the Bills are sitting at 11-3, and the Chiefs are 13-1. You don't want to start. You don't want them to creep up on you and jump you for that first seed, because one thing the Chiefs want the AFC to run through Kansas City. That's the game plan. So you don't want to give that up, and you don't. Nobody wants to go to Buffalo. That'd just be crazy. You do not want to be traveling to Buffalo for an AFC Championship game. So, I really do like this game. You got Hollywood Brown returning this Sunday. That is super good for this Chiefs offense. Hopefully they get him going early. I can see them getting in some bubble screens, getting him going a little bit early just to get his feet wet. I mean, he's been gone all season. But I think that's going to be a nice addition to the offense with Xavier Worthy and DeAndre Hopkins. But the Texans, they're trying to get hot too. I think I'll take the Chiefs because I don't think the Magic is running out this weekend, man. I'll take the points at -3.5. I will definitely take the Chiefs -3.5. What are you saying?
Is my bias gonna creep in right now?
Of course it is.
Honestly, this game's a toss-up. I got this game being close. Texans by 3.
All right, man. You look, we got Steelers. We got Steelers Ravens, man. I think we had a discussion earlier today about Steelers Ravens. I genuinely I like the Ravens here. I just don't think Mike Tomlin is going to get there's no fucking way. There's no way Mike Tomlin gets the best of Lamar Jackson again this season.
Why not?
I just think he's having such a strong season, man. He has to figure it out. He has to figure out this Mike Tomlin defense.
Yeah, right.
When you look at all these games, they really play him a certain way. They play sound. They play sound and disciplined football, especially when they play Lamar Jackson.
No, it's not especially.
No.
All these games are same.
No. You gotta watch the tape, bro. I'm talking. Nobody gets freaky on the defensive line. Nobody gets out of their lanes. They keep their lanes. They keep them in the pocket where they need to. He does not do a lot of running in these games. They play sound football. They communicate. My thing is, I do think that this offense, these receivers are heating up, and I think they're gonna put a little bit of stress Pittsburgh DBs, all right, on the back end of this defense, because all they really have is Joey Porter at corner, and then you got Minka back there. But I think Joey Porter's gonna have to cover Zay Flowers all day. That's gonna be a challenge. And then you got Rashad Bateman. He's been heating up these past weeks. He had 2 touchdowns last week. I think this guy's really doing something special for Lamar Jackson. And you got Likely, and then you got Andrews. I don't know if you've been watching lately. Andrews has been heating up. He is doing this thing. He actually hit a couple milestones in this offense for this organization recently. I think the passing attack is going to flourish a little bit more than in the recent matchups. I really do hope that the Ravens don't do is abandon the run. The last game, they only gave Derrick Henry about 13 totes. Now, you're going to need more than 13 totes to beat Mike Tomlin. And then recently, because we saw it in Philadelphia. We saw it against Philadelphia. That run defense is starting to soften up. I don't know what's going on, but their run defense is starting to soften up. So I hope that they stick to the game plan, and I hope that we see about 21 touches. He needs about 21 carries to carry them to victory. You know
is George Pickens playing or he's out?
George Pickens is out this weekend.
Damn.
You saw it last week against the Eagles. When there's no Pickens, they can't stretch the field. Like, the play action is different. There's no more play action, really. They start to come down. They start to fill in that box. They start filling in those rush lanes to stop Najee Harris, because in reality, they don't really have another wide receiver threat. And that's probably something that they're going to look into in the offseason, because they definitely need somebody else to pair with George Pickens. Other than that, the line right now is -6.5. They should win handily. Who you got winning?
It's so tough because it's like I mix my football knowledge with my personal vendettas for these teams.
Nah, brother, you can't do that.
I can't do that. But so let me give you both sides, right? I think both teams have a good chance to win. I like the Ravens to win just so they can prove to themselves it's a morale booster, so that going into the playoffs that they can hang with the best, because the Steelers have been one of the best teams all year, to be honest. With all that being said, I'm going to roll with the veteran coach in Mike Tomlin. He's going to figure it out, because he's done this time and time again, no matter who's the QB on the other side. So Mike Tomlin's, man, in a close game.
Close game is crazy. Let's move on, man. Look, for Sunday, I can't wait. I'm actually excited to see this game right here. Look, for this 1:00 game, we got the Giants and the Falcons, man. This is a really, really nice game. Tell me how you feel about Kirk Cousins getting benched, man. What do you think Michael Penix can do?
I think it's time for him to show what he can do. The season is almost over.
There's 3 games left.
3 games left, so we're in week 14. Kirk Cousins hasn't been playing good all year. And to be honest, depending on how Mike Penix plays, right, he can make the Falcons look like geniuses, because people were questioning that draft pick all year. They're like, "Oh, you just paid Kirk Cousins. Why are you drafting Penix?" It's like, you're hurting his stock, because he's just gonna be riding the bench, because he hasn't played all year. So I feel like this is his chance to not only prove his doubters right, but make the Falcons look like real geniuses, because that could be their QB of the future.
Look, everybody that criticized the Falcons organization for taking Michael Penix are the same people rejoicing that Michael Penix is about to come in and play these last couple games, because the Falcons are sitting at 7-7, and if Penix can go 3-0 in these next games, I mean, one of them being the Redskins, the Commanders,
That's
excuse
tough.
me.
Yeah,
that's going to be a tough one, but if he can pull that out, there's a chance that they can jump the Seahawks. There's a chance that they could jump the Seahawks for the playoff, and that is not something that would be unexpected, because you got to look at the Seahawks last 3. You got to look at the Seahawks last 3 games. The Seahawks last opponents is against Minnesota, Chicago, and the Rams. Whew. That's pretty tough.
They didn't play the Chargers last week?
They played Green Bay last week and got their ass handed.
Whoa.
Yeah, brother. That's what I'm saying. The Falcons are not dead in the water.
That's a total different division, because they're in the division with the Saints and
right. But the Rams beat them. The Rams beat them already. So the Rams are sitting at 8-6 right now. The Rams are the leaders in the division. The Rams are going to go to the playoff. When it comes to Michael Penix Jr., man, I'm super excited to see what Michael Penix Jr. has to offer because coming out of Washington, he was a great quarterback. He was a great quarterback. He was a great quarterback at Indiana before Washington, and every step of the way, he's proven to be a solid QB. He was even in the Heisman race. In that season at Washington, and he played himself into a top 10 pick in the NFL draft. I'm all in on the Atlanta Falcons. I don't think it's gonna be -9, just off the fact that we got a rookie quarterback. I would take the Giants plus 9.5, or maybe tease it a little bit. I would take the Giants like 12.5. I would take the Giants 12.5 to cover, just because we got Michael Penix starting. I think they might lean on the run a little bit more with Bijan. I think Bijan's been having some good weeks. So
yes,
we'll see. Who do you think is winning that game?
I'm taking the Falcons money line.
Falcons money line, man. I like that. I like that. Look, moving on to the next 1:00 game, we got the Lions and the Bears. We don't even got to talk too much about this one.
No.
Lions. Here's the thing, though. The Lions, they better use this game as like a litmus test, like not a litmus test, but like more so practicing. They need to start, because they need to figure out how to get home. They need to figure out how to get home on the quarterback with all these injuries piling up, and then they're signing people off the street. I really do. I think that they got to start getting a little bit more exotic with the looks. Maybe I'm telling you, they need to start bringing some pressure. They need, because they can't get home. Aiden Hutchinson's down. I think they lost another defensive end. They're thin. That defense is thin. What they used to do early on in the season, they were strong in their back end because they were getting home. They were getting home rushing 4. But now they have to create more pressure. They're gonna try to hurry up Caleb Williams' clock. But the only way to do that, personally, you gotta start sending them. You gotta start sending them, because you're just not gonna get home, man. With this current defensive line that they have, and just this overall defense.
What do you got the score?
I mean, the score is still gonna be high. I mean, they're probably still gonna put up like 21 points, because the Bears are sadly the Bears. I don't see the Bears competing too hard in this game. I mean, divisional opponent, you know how people get, but nah, I don't really see it.
Okay. Yeah.
I would definitely take Detroit -6.5.
Yeah, I'll do the same. Detroit -6.5.
Facts. Look, moving on. We got the Browns and the Bengals, AFC North toilet bowl. We got a toilet bowl going on, but listen, the Bengals.
Why is that a toilet bowl? I don't get it.
We seen it though, man. We definitely seen it already. The Bengals have. There's a chance. There's a slither. There's a slither of hope, Johnny.
I couldn't believe it, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
There's a slither of hope.
My sources are telling me that there's a way in for us, man. We just have to be the driver of our own destiny.
Gotta go 3-0. They got.
Does that say anything about the competitiveness of the AFC?
No. That only says how dog shit of a defense that the Bengals have. But you know what's an interesting thing is that they have a lot of sacks.
They're good at opponent, but it's against the run where they shot.
The number one sack leader in the NFL right now is Trey Hendrickson.
Who's that?
He is on the Bengals. Trey Hendrickson has 12. Trey Hendrickson has 12.5 sacks. That would be a very interesting. The Bengals will have a Triple Crown winner and possibly the NFL sack leader. I think that's nuts. NFL sack leader, and isn't that crazy? But
Bro.
they have a piss poor. They have an overall piss poor defense. They can't stop. They can't stop a nosebleed.
That's craziness, bro.
Yeah. I think that the Bengals are going to win this game. They got DTR starting for the Browns. They benched Jameis Winston. I know Jerry Jeudy is somewhere crying in the corner because Jameis Winston is the only quarterback that understood how to get him the ball. And Jameis Winston probably did a lot for his career this year. Jerry Jeudy might end up being a Pro Bowl wide receiver. He has over 1,000 yards. He's one of the few receivers actually this season with over 1,000 yards. And
there's only 5 of them.
Yeah, that's unheard. That's it's been a while. There was like 10 people, 10, right. 10, a little bit, probably more than that, with over 1,000 yards. I thought that was nuts. So
can't throw, man.
I don't know if it's we can't throw or more so there's more value lately in the run game. They have gone back a little bit to put in value into the run game and the quality running backs. Because when you look at those 3 guys, Henry, Jacobs, and Saquon, you look at those numbers and you're like, man, all their teams gave up on them. Oh, they thought they could replace guys like that? Negative. They're all 3 of them are true reasons why their teams are in the position that they're in. But yeah, man, look, moving on. For our next 1 o'clock game, we got the Titans and the Colts. This one should be quick. Look, I'll take the Colts, though. I'll take the Colts. I think AR can win this one. They could win this one on the ground. They don't even gotta do too much, but I don't think Mason Rudolph is gonna outplay AR in this one. Give me the Colts. But here's my thing about Anthony Richardson. I think he has 1 more year left. I don't think they go searching for a quarterback. I don't think they go searching for a quarterback after this season, but I do think he's on a shorter leash. Not a short leash, but this junction of his career next year, I think we need production.
Facts.
We need production. And he needs to learn a little bit more. He needs to learn a little bit more things about being a quarterback. He's throwing a little bit too hard. The same way he drives the football, 70 yards, 50 yards. Same way he drives the football, 10 yards, 12 yards. And it's too hard. I think his leash is short. I think he has 1 more year in Indy. And if they can't get it together, I think they'll definitely start looking elsewhere. But I don't think that the Colts are going to make the mistake of trading or trying to sign like the free agent. Like I think they're done. Like, remember when they did like they signed Phillip Rivers, then they signed Phillip Rivers, then they signed Carson Wentz, and
I remember that. Yeah.
They're done doing that. Like, they want to draft a quarterback, but Anthony Richardson, they have probably made a mistake on Anthony Richardson, and I truly hope that next year he can figure it out. Give me the Colts -3.5. I think they'll handle Tennessee for sure. All right, next game. We got the Rams and the Jets. Now,
the easy one.
I don't know if this one is an easy one. They're not rolling over. And in the recent weeks, they're trying really hard. I don't know if this game is going to be a cakewalk. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to come and play. I think I think what we saw last week is probably what it's going to look like these next couple of weeks. Like Devontae Adams getting going. Probably more Garrett Wilson, but this offense is kind of clicking. I don't think they're going to stall out a lot against the Rams. So, but Puka, Kyron, Matt Stafford, and company, I think they are like in playoff mode. So I'll take the Rams -3.
Yeah, I like the Rams -5.
Ooh, Rams -5. All right, that's pretty cool. Oh, this is a pretty interesting game, brother. Look, for the 1 o'clock games, we got Eagles versus Commanders, NFC matchup. Now, if I was a betting man, I would honestly take the Eagles probably like -5. like -5.5. Like I think they'll probably win by a touchdown. I don't think it's going to be that close. The Eagles are just locked in. They're playing great defense, and they're playing complementary defense. The way the offense is moving the ball, regardless of if people are bickering or not, the Eagles offense is clicking, and especially with Saquon Barkley in the backfield. So, but here's the thing. The Commanders have struggled all season against teams above 500. They have struggled all season against just solid, good teams. And now they will definitely use this as a litmus test because Jaden Daniels has to figure it out. This is a true test of skill and what you got. Because if they could sneak that game out, I think they'll be super confident heading into the playoffs. This is definitely one for your confidence and to make an impact going forward for the future of the division and the future of the league. But if I had a pick, I'm gonna take the Eagles because I think they're rolling right now. I'll take the Eagles. Yep, by a touchdown, but I'll do -5.5.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely going with the Eagles. They look like Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown has finally found the groove again after, the last week's debacle.
They jacking
It
each
looks
other
like
again? You
it
jacking
looks
and
like
jacking
they
each other?
kind of figured out what was wrong, and like I said, maybe that public outcry and that pressure that their teammate, caused for them to have an uproar. It kind of forced them to have that conversation. And you know what? Let's put our differences aside and let's do what we do best. Let's win some football games. So yeah,
Absolutely,
I'm
absolutely.
going with the Eagles.
Yeah. Pull up in that. Yeah. All right, we got Cardinals versus Panthers. Look, man, Bryce Young is trying really hard. He's trying really
He's
hard, but he's not gonna try. He's not gonna get this one. I'll be honest with you. He's not gonna get this one. Cardinals are sitting at 7-7. They're also fighting for their playoff lives. I don't see Kyler Murray. I don't see Kyler Murray dropping the ball on this one. And I think it's gonna be the time that Trey McBride finds the end zone, man.
Yeah, he's supposed to get him there.
They gotta get. I seen him even tweet about it. Like, yo,
Yep.
he's getting in there. I promise. I promise. Listen, this good brother has 89 receptions this season. Trey McBride has 89 receptions, 938 yards. He has 938 yards with 0 touchdowns. I've never even seen that before. How do you have so many yards? How do you have so many? He's gonna be 1,000-yard receiver with no tutties. Look,
He's a target.
this is the week. Put him on your parlays, ladies and gentlemen. Trey McBride is getting in the end zone. Book it. I'll take Arizona -5. I think they're gonna have a good day. I think you're gonna see a Marvin Harrison touchdown. You're gonna see Trey McBride touchdown. I think they're gonna enjoy themselves this weekend for
Don't even
sure.
speak that name in my
Yeah,
presence.
Marvin Harrison. Yeah, he's down in the dumps, but
Don't
it's
even
all right.
speak that guy's name.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm not going to blame him. I'm not blaming Marvin Harrison
Who are you
for
gonna
the
blame?
season. The only person you can blame, the person throwing him the ball, Colin Murray. Like, I say this all the
He's
time.
getting outworked by his tight end.
He cannot see Marvin Harrison, and it's not only him he does this to. Because there's a reason why Trey McBride has no touchdowns. There's a reason. And it's not Trey McBride's fault. He's catching the ball.
Respect.
He's catching the ball. So I don't know what kind of connection issues Colin Murray's having, but him and Marvin Harrison during the offseason, they gotta figure it out. Take him to dinner. Talk about where he likes the ball placement. Something it's gotta give. But I'm still rolling with the Cardinals to take care of business because it is the Panthers. So
Hell yeah. Look, now we getting into the 4 o'clock games, Johnny. we got Vikings versus Seahawks. This one's gonna be a. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a shootout, but it's probably a high scoring game. Because that's what it usually takes for Geno to just overcome. Geno is overcoming a lot of stuff this season. Whether I'm not gonna say he's been playing perfect, but he's the reason they're in the games. Like he's the reason that they compete. I really do, but I do like the Vikings. I like where they're at. I like I like the intensity. Brian Flores, that defense. I think that defense gonna get that's is they're gonna get Geno at least once. In terms of turnovers, I think Geno's gonna throw a pick this weekend. JJ, you got Jettis and Addison. They're top 3 wide receiver duo in the NFL right now. Sam Darnold is playing. He's playing good ball. He's not playing. Sam Darnold's not playing scary ball though. Like he's not playing. Like he doesn't really put fear into my heart, and I think that's super important when talking about these playoff contenders and like these Super Bowl contenders. Like Sam Darnold just doesn't really put that fear in my heart.
That's okay though, because they don't pay him to be that. That's not why he's there.
I know, but I mean, he's having a really good season. Like, where is he gonna go? Where is he gonna go next year? You think he's gonna stay on the Vikings?
It's tough, but I think they see potential in him to build enough to build around him and pay him. But in terms of having a guy who puts fear in your heart, the Vikings have that already in Justin Jefferson. They know that wherever he gets the ball, whoever's throwing him the ball, he's a scary threat on the field. And it looks like Addison is becoming his Robin.
Yeah,
Batman.
Not even Addison is not a Robin. Like he's not a Robin, bro. He is a peer. He is not a Robin. He is. Let me.
You put him in the wait. Out of
Let me
those
look
5
this
players that have 1,000 yards, is he one of them?
No. He has 51. He has 51 catches. I think he missed a couple games early in the season, but he had 51 catches, 707 yards, 771 yards, and he has 7 touchdowns. Like I like Jordan Addison, man. He does what he needs to do. And then with that, and then a slight little combination with Hawkinson. Man, that defense, that offense is pretty tough. But like I said, give me Minnesota minus 3. I'll definitely take those points. You like Minnesota minus 3?
Yeah, I like Minnesota minus 3. I'll take that.
Yeah, for sure. Look, we got Patriots versus the Bills. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Quick and easy.
Yeah, this is quick and easy. We got Josh Allen. He's playing lights out. MVP season. I think they take care of this easily. But Drake May has shown a lot of promise. I like Drake May. I'm not mad at Drake May. I like they just need to figure out ways to get some more talent around Drake May. That's the only thing. And that help might be coming because where the New England Patriots sit in the draft. They sit at 3rd. And guess who's going to be the first non-quarterback off the board?
Mr. Hunter.
Travis motherfucking Hunter. You get Travis Hunter with Drake May. And I heard somebody suggest this on another show. I cannot remember, but they said they would love to see Travis Hunter play full-time corner. And I also agree with that. I would love to see Travis Hunter play full-time corner. But they said, but then on offense, definitely not a full-time receiver. He should play the 3rd receiver. Travis Hunter should probably be a slot receiver. The third receiver usually gets about 40 plays, 42, 40. You know what I mean? He gotta get that. He gotta get the play count down. Travis Hunter can't be playing like he can't be playing 100 something snaps in the NFL. I personally, and I don't believe that he should be. Well, I don't believe he is a better receiver than he is corner anyway. I just think when he's in college, he's just overall a better athlete than the DBs, that he's able to make all these like spectacular catches. But like when it comes to releases, maybe getting in and out of breaks, I don't know if he's like the sharpest guy when it comes to certain things like that. Things that, receivers and like, your top receivers are really good at. I don't think that's his game. And I think he'll have a hard time trying to play receiver like that, because you're not going to be the only fast guy on the field. Those DBs are fast too. And if you're not able to mix it up, they're going to be all over your ass like white on rice. But he's definitely going to be a full-time corner. Give me the Buffalo Bills. I'll take the points here. I'll take the points of Buffalo Bills minus 14. That's a lot. Or maybe give me like Buffalo Bills minus 10.
Yeah, that's more like it. Minus 10.
Yeah, maybe 10. I like that. All right, moving on, man. We got a next 4 o'clock game. This is a toilet bowl. Welcome to a toilet bowl. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Looks like the Raiders are favorited in this game minus 1.5. There's no way the Raiders. They're actually, if you really think about it,
they got the best player on the field. You know who that is?
I mean, yeah, of course they got Brock Bowers, but my thing is
know that you have experience.
You said what?
I said you of all people should know about that.
Yeah, I definitely know about that. I got Brock Bowers on my fantasy team. But like I like where we are. I like where the Raiders are, but I don't think they want to win another game. I don't think the Raiders want to win another game because they want to get Cam Ward. Well, either way, I guess either way, it doesn't matter even if they win a game, because they'll get Cam Ward. I don't know though. If you were the Raiders and you had the opportunity to like draft Travis Hunter, would you draft Travis Hunter? Probably not. You'd probably still go get Cam Ward, huh?
Yeah, you got to go with what you need more. Obviously, I don't know if Travis Hunter is the player that helps you win games. Is that a crazy thing?
No, I get what you're saying. No, I do. He's part of the reason, but he's not he in the NFL. He won't be like the guy that's getting you the W's. That's putting the W's in the win column for sure. I get what you're saying, but like the Raiders, even like they're going up against Mac Jones. He's having a hard time. But like, look, Brian Robertson, he's almost had a Brian Robertson. Brian Thomas Jr. Okay, I always get Brian Robinson from the Commanders and Brian Thomas Jr.
It's your Brian.
It's the Brian shit, man. I like Brian Thomas. He's almost at 1,000 yards. So him and Malik Neighbors, even though I expect L's, I think him and Malik Neighbors are gonna get over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown. I'm making that a parlay. I swear to God, I'm making that a parlay this weekend, because Neighbors is like 99 yards and Brian Thomas is a little less than like 80. So they're definitely getting that. I think they're gonna go for a hundo a piece. But I'll take, just for the love, I'll take the Jaguars plus 105 money line. The spread is -1.5. Vegas. What you saying?
Uh, it's tough because the thing about the Raiders is that they don't have like a QB to really throw the ball to Bowers. But it looks like it doesn't really matter who's throwing the ball to Bowers. He's gonna make it work. It's definitely gonna be close and low scoring. So honestly, it might be a field goal fest. And the better kicker is probably with the Jaguars. Well,
Look, the next game on the list, we got the 49ers. We got the 49ers and the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are gonna take care of I think the Dolphins are gonna take care of the 49ers are gonna take care of the Dolphins. I think the defense is coming together. They're not really playing for anything. I really don't expect the Dolphins. No, I don't expect the 49ers to be playing for anything because they're pretty much out of it. But if there's a chance to ruin some hearts, we'll probably ruin the Dolphins party. So I like San Fran at +1.5. Give me San Fran +1.5. I think this is an interesting game.
I like the Dolphins. Winning by a touchdown just because the 49ers are going through a little turmoil with the player, not competing, and the teammates not being behind him, and that they're upset at him. The guy that's on a 1 year rental. But on top of that, they deal with injuries in their core with a lot of their running backs, a lot of the receivers. So this is just not the year, honestly, for them. So they don't really have too much to play for. Like you said, the Rams kind of have that division locked up. And so I don't really see the 49ers making the playoff anyways. So, yeah, I go with Miami with this one.
Yeah? All right. That ain't nothing, man. That ain't nothing. We'll go with I'm back. I'm back too. I got my other camera. Good thing I got my other camera. For Sunday Night Football, we got the Buccaneers and the Cowboys, bro. Bucks and the Cowboys. Sunday Night Football. Man, give me the Cowboys are down in the dumps. They're done. They're not playing for shit. You could easily give me Tampa Bay -4. We got Mike Evans trying to hit his incentives. There's no way. There's no way Mike Evans leaves that game without 100 yards. That's clear as day. I think he's about 200 yards. He has 200 yards left. So these three games that's left, you could expect Mike Evans to probably go off in these last 3 games. Because he missed some time this year. So that's definitely where you can see that they're gonna try to force feed him the ball. Like it's clear as day. You could give me Tampa Bay -4 for sure. What are you saying?
Yeah, I like Tampa Bay winning this one. Like you said, Mike Evans trying to hit his incentives, but also they have a emerging star. I think he's a rookie, Jalen McMillan.
Jalen McMillan. I love that guy.
He's coming into his own, and he's a player who is going to get involved early in that game. So I could see them winning by I don't. Let's put that like four, -4.
-4.
Yeah.
All right, that ain't. Yeah. We going with -4, man. Look, the next game. Let me tell you something, man. This game right here, I expect this game to win me my fantasy week. I'm so serious. I'm so serious, bro. Monday Night Football, you got New Orleans Saints versus the Green Bay Packers. Now, The Green Bay Packers are sitting at 10-4. This is gonna be an easy cakewalk. You got Spencer Rattler starting at quarterback for the Saints. I don't think I don't think the Saints are playing for anything. Alvin Kamara is a little bit banged up. I don't see them really making noise in this game, especially against a good defense like the Packers. I actually think the Packers hold them. I think the Packers holds them to about 10 points. Maybe a touchdown, but it could be a field goal. It could be a field goal game for most of the game for the Saints. Jordan Love is top 10 quarterback in the NFL. Easily.
Yeah, good.
Easily. My only thing is the consistency in the receiving core for the Green Bay Packers. There's still not a clear number one receiver. You know what I mean? And I think Jordan Love's talent is helping them. He's helping them spread the ball around, but there isn't a clear number one. And I think that's just something that they're missing in that Green Bay offense. But they still got Josh Jacobs. He's toting that shit, and he's doing what he got to do. So I'll take the line. The line on this is -14, and this is indeed a game I will take. And -14, I think Green Bay is gonna wipe the floor with the Saints.
Yeah, I agree. Saints are another team that really don't have anything to play for, so I got them winning by a touchdown, maybe 10.
Yeah. So when you look at Jordan Love, right? Where do you think how far do you actually think the Packers can go in the NFC playoffs?
I mean, originally when the season started, they were projected to be one of the dark horses to go deep into the playoffs, and surprisingly, with rattling off the numbers 10-4, I really didn't expect them to be 10-4, especially early on when Jordan Love had that injury.
Mm-hmm.
But now it looks like they are who we thought they were going to be in the preseason. So I see them making at least past the second round, or at least to the second round.
You think so?
Yeah, why won't they get out the first round?
I personally, I think that the Lions are gonna fall short somewhere, and I think the NFC Championship is gonna be the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Uh,
Yeah, I really believe. Well, I don't know because the Green Bay Packers they're gonna be a wild. They're gonna be a wild card. Because they don't lead their division. Minnesota does. Oh no, Detroit does. Oh, and the NFC North is putting out 3 playoff teams. This is wild. This is a wild scenario to me. Um, I like, yeah. I think that Green Bay can figure out if they have to face Minnesota somewhere down the line. I think they can figure it out. I think Green Bay has the potential to be anybody in the NFC. Anybody. And that's including the Lions. But hey man, we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see about that. But look, man, we have concluded the NFL Week 16 picks. I hope everybody has a good luck this week on your parlays and everything moving forward. I got to thank Johnny Flash for joining me on this episode. It was lit.
yeah,
It was fun. Shit, man. Look, until
no
next
doubt.
time,
Holla at me.
yes, sir. Wait, you gotta shout yourself out. I gotta stop getting out of here so fast. You gotta shout yourself out. Shout your handle. Let the people know
Hey, man.
where we at.
It's Johnny Flash. You can follow me on all social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram. Johnny Flash with 2 underscores at the end. If you want to hear some crazy sports takes, some hot takes, some some interesting takes, you know where to find me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, brothers. We are out of here. Thank y'all for listening to Break the Huddle podcast. I appreciate all my listeners. I appreciate everybody for tuning in with me. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm going to be better next time. I'm going to be more funnier, more everything. We're going to be better every single episode. We bringing the heat. We bringing the energy. Shout out to you, Johnny Flash. Shout out to everybody else that comes on to this show. I appreciate y'all. Don Deuce out. This is Break the Huddle.
Got my back. Who got my back? I got your back. Who got my back? I got your back. Who got that swerve? I got that swerve.